And we are live. Sunday Night with Those Guys, and Sunday Night with Those Guys is sponsored by
Those guys. I think we got it that time, man.
Okay.
I think we got it that time. What's up? What's up, everybody? Happy Sunday to you. How are you, Herman? What's up? Go Giants. I'm even going to say go Gangrene this week. That's not why I have on a green shirt. It just worked out in laundry today.
You know, it's funny. Back-to-back weeks, two New York teams beat up on Green Bay.
Yes, man, yes. And today was a really good one. My Chin, what's up, Chin Dynasty? He says his grandfather's name is Herman. That's a good man's name. Good name. Most people name Herman a good people.
That's an old name.
Huh?
It's an old name.
Yeah. How old is it?
You would not find too many people being born today being named Herman.
You're right. You're right about that. There aren't a bunch of people I know nowadays named Lawrence either. That's not an old name, but that's a surname. Because my first and last name, that's it. People tell you have two last names.
You'll find somebody getting the name Lawrence first before you.
Herman. Yeah, you're right. You're right about that. But anyway, what's up, man? Welcome to Sunday Nights with Those Guys. Chin Dynasty, how are you? Welcome to the live stream. It's football Sundays. I expect a few people will be bouncing back and forth between games and stuff, and or coming in or out, who knows. But anyway, it's been a pretty good week. Mission accomplished today. Wow. Grandfather was born in 1899.
Okay.
Yeah. That's an old name. Yeah.
You had to be strong to have that kind of name.
Yeah. You had to be strong back then, period. Hope all is well. I try to type in the chat just to keep it going, but anyway, I met a young lady at the beach today, Herman.
Really?
And I was telling you before the stream that she was like, was that your toy flying by me earlier a little while ago? And I was like, I had just landed. I just hand caught it. And she's like, oh, was that your toy? And I was like, it's hardly a toy. And she's like, oh, well, I don't mean like toy. I'm like, it's not a toy. It's a flying camera.
Toy, do you mean it?
Yeah. What kind of toy? And by the time we finished talking, which wound up turning into an hour and a half conversation, she was like, I won a drone from someplace and it looks similar to that, but I don't think it's as good. But I need to go and go upstairs and go in the closet and pull out the closet and put batteries in it and go check it out. Because you were up here taking these pictures. I was like, well, you can do that, but I would suggest learn how to fly. We had a whole conversation. I showed her with my electronic business card, thingy, and she was watching videos and stuff. But she lives in the white buildings up on the beach. So I showed her the video when I dived the building, and I fast forwarded to that part, and she was like, "Whoa, you was way up there?" I was like, "Yeah, they go a lot higher too."
She didn't ask you if that was you buzzing by her apartment?
She actually did. She said the other night somebody was buzzing. She says, I think she was getting high, smoking some weed, some wacky weed or something. Because she said, I was just chilling out smoking. And outside my window, I swore I heard something buzz past my window. I was like, well, that definitely wasn't me. I don't get close enough to windows where you could hear you can't hear this drone. I'd have to be really, really close to your window for you to hear this particular drone. Mm-hmm. We had an interesting conversation. So then I'm like, all right, I'm getting ready to go. Now she was headed down the beach this way, past me. But by the time we started talking and stuff, and I was going back this way, She was like, "Oh, you're going back that way too?" I'm like, "Damn, now I can't get rid of her." But not lived. I didn't say it out loud, but I'm like, okay. So, but she lived in a direction where I was going. Nice person, Lena Music. What's good from Canada? How are you? Hope all is well up there.
How you
You
doing?
guys keep that cold up there in Canada, okay? Y'all can have it all winter. We don't
Well,
want it down here. We huh?
it kind of actually needed to get colder.
Nah, I'm good. I like the way the temperature is now.
No, I'm saying like much further up north than they needed to get colder.
Oh, okay, I got you. But anyway, long time no see, Lena Music. We appreciate you coming through. Welcome to Sunday Nights with those guys. It's football or NFL football Sunday, every Sunday now. So I know there's a few games on all the way going into the evening, which makes it fun. I need to get a capture card so I can capture video from the cable box and be able to watch in a small screen in a picture in picture while I'm broadcasting and stuff like that.
I
That
got
would be the move. Huh?
I hear you.
Yeah, all I need is a capture card for that, and I run the cable box into that, and I'd be able to open up a window with audio and everything.
And be able to do what?
While I'm doing a live stream, I could keep up with a live game or something. All of that. Rob Joe Productions, what's up? How are you?
As
Finish.
long as you don't share that window, I guess you're fine.
Yeah. That's the whole idea. That window doesn't get shared. That's my personal. That would be my personal picture-in-picture live stream right there. You know, you see how Zoom overlays on top of stuff? You could have with the capture card, you could have that done.
You know, I could do that, but I don't. I don't do that.
Interesting. He's saying how his father was a colonel in the Luftwaffe in World War II. Yeah, he was born in 1899. That is way back there. Way back. That's back in the history making days. A lot of places were being made and destroyed and everything else and created. But what's up with you, Herman? How's your weekend going so far?
My weekend's going pretty good. I mean, we picked up a win the other night in the rain. On Thursday.
Yeah, come on. And the score was?
I don't even remember.
I thought you said it was like 34 to zip.
Yeah, it was 34 to nothing. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't, I
Well,
don't, I don't watch the other side of the ball.
right. Right. Because your defense.
Not
You want
much.
to
I
be one of
mean,
the defensive coaches.
I do occasionally do look at the scoreboard, but as far as what's going on with them,
Mm-hmm. As long as their offense is out there doing what they're supposed to, right?
it's for them to pay attention to, and
Right.
make sure my guys are on the bench, off their feet, looking at what they did wrong the last play, or the last two, 3 plays.
Okay. All right. That's what's up. But it's I'm glad these guys are going. This will be ring number what? Hello, Ted Smith from South Africa. How are you? But what is well they just started the season. It's four now, right? So one more ring and you'd have one for the thumb.
It'll be number 4.
Oh, this would be number four coming up. Okay, a four-peat.
Because
Well,
of COVID year,
huh? Are
because of that the COVID year when they had the year off.
Yeah, yeah, or else you would be going for that. I get it. I get it. Hey, welcome from South Africa. We appreciate you checking us out. What time is it over there in South Africa where you are? we'd appreciate knowing, only because this is an afternoon show or dinner time live stream on the East Coast of the United States, an early afternoon live stream on the West Coast of the United States. In Australia, we are actually a morning show. So this would make maybe in South Africa, somewhere
Mhm.
around, I'm thinking maybe around, I could be wrong.
Probably.
Yeah, I couldn't even tell you unless I Googled it. What time is it in South Africa?
What you probably might want to do, right?
Yeah.
Since you make light of it, is to get a map and put down like the time zone.
Uh-huh. It is 11:11 p.m. in South Africa right now. You're right, though. I get what you're saying.
11 what?
11:11 p.m.
Okay.
in South Africa, which and
So it's getting late over there.
it's getting late over there. Yes, yes, it is. But it's early morning. It's morning. It's about 6 or 7 in the morning in Australia. So it's some distance.
Oh, it is. It's easier to go the other way.
Chin Dynasty, don't ever sell any of those medals or anything from your pops. People pay crazy prices for them, but history, you hold on to history, your family will always have money with those medals and uniforms and stuff.
How do
He's
you
saying he
tell?
has all of his father's gear and helmet and everything. He's got a lot of medals
How do
and
you
things.
tell a man not to sell the stuff and then tell him to behold?
No, no, people will approach you once they find out you have these things. The trick is to hold on to them as best you can. I know some people, all Goodwood is 2,300 hour. Yes, 11. 11, it's 11 there. Okay, well, we're late night stream in South Africa as well. But welcome to Sunday nights with those guys. It's 5:12 p.m. in the afternoon. That in military would be
Oh, here we go.
1700. In military, that would be 1713 hours. Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, 1713 hours. And today is the 10th, October the 16th, 2022. And
Uh,
things are going well. Apparently for drone deploy. Um, they they
no.
acquired now Drone Deploy. For those of you who don't know who Drone Deploy is a company, one of the top, I would say, the top three mapping companies in the United States. They handle a lot of 3D mapping, and they're very popular. And everyone's if you ask anyone like Draymond, what 3D mapping software do you use? He's going to tell you Drone Deploy. It is a monthly fee to have it, etc. But they do everything in Drone Deploy. Well, Drone Deploy just recently acquired, which means they're getting large. They acquired the number one interior
Mhm,
3D mapping company in the world, Struction Site.
mhm.
So now, if you have one of the number one mapping companies, okay, and you have out X for exterior, everything from the ground to mountains, houses, whatever. Then you have the number one interior mapping company.
Mhm.
You can have a real 3D structure now from the inside out. You could say, take away this wall. I want to see what that floor looks like on in the third room, whatever. 3D mapping, they're taking 3D mapping to the next level. Hey, Northside JSK, what's good? Angie, Lost Girls. Oh,
Well,
how's
well,
everyone?
Lawrence,
Yes.
it's funny you say that, but they kind of already do this in
Mm-hmm.
construction.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, the reason why I know this is because when the research center was being built, and it's funny, these things are not even the science is not even flawless
Right.
because when they did the research center uptown, we noticed in the pipe runs that there were two pipe runs that were going to intersect with one another.
Right.
And when we brought it to their attention and we went to the trailer with it, when they brought up the whole pipe, they bring up the whole
Oh,
pipe
Corey.
run, all of the pipe runs in that entire room. Now this is a huge room with all kind of equipment.
Right.
There's pipe runs galore all over the place, like just hundreds of pipe runs going everywhere. And they have it in 3D on the computer. And
every pipe, every line,
every one of them, every last one of them,
every direction. Yeah.
And when they went and looked at it, they realized, yeah, there are two sets of pipes at the same height.
Wow. How's everybody this evening out there? Hope everyone's doing well. Well, Drone Deploy being one of the top 3D mapping specialists out there, Struction Sight, I did a little research on them. They are interior reality capture specialists. They can go inside mountains. They use LiDAR with stuff. They can do mountains. They can do buildings. They can do, if it's internal somewhere, they can get a drone in some way, somehow to map it.
Well, Lawrence, you know, it's funny. What's great about this with them acquiring this company is the fact that you can take, they found a way to take two solutions that's needed, right? Create one platform for it by being able to take, you got now ground, air, interior, exterior. You understand what I'm saying to you?
Yes, yes.
In one platform. And it's funny because now you can, and it's a system that's designed for you to be able to launch drones and ground robots at the same time.
Right. Well, this I would like to see. I was looking for some software, but being that they just made this merger, this company Struction Sight, this internal platform that they use, they deploy drones, ground robots, and handheld 3D cameras to document their sites. So they can release a robot inside your house and it will eventually cover, or the area will eventually cover every area 360. They also use drones, of course, with LiDAR or whatever they're using to help map indoor. And the handheld 360 cameras, everyone's seen 360 cameras now. That seems to be the thing. Hey, what's up, JSK? 360 cameras. I have one here that I brought, and the FAD easily died because I've seen the 360 Spear. Now, the objective with this was to put it on an FPV bird. You see, it does have two cameras on it, 360. It does pretty good, but it's only a 1080 360 camera, which is still even good in comparison. But that Spear, that 360 Insta 360 Spear from is a beast. I like that. Those three, they are bad. They are bad. I want to get a 360 camera for my drones, but I would rather wait for the I'd rather wait for the Mavic 3 Classic to come out. Yeah, that might be a birthday gift to myself in December for my birthday.
Okay.
It might be. We'll see. If I'm not trying to take money and save it up for the South Florida Drone Meetup, because you know that's coming up in March. It's coming up in March. Hey, SJM, and pretty soon we're gonna I might have to put away some money for that. So I want that Mavic 3 because I don't have to buy it with the radio. I'm gonna try and contact DJI and tell them just to send me the drone. If they just send me the drone, I'm good. If they don't, I don't need two smart radios. Maybe I'll sell one. Who knows?
How about you do this?
What?
How about you do this? Instead of thinking about what you're going to do,
Yeah.
why don't you wait for the drone to come out?
Well, yeah. Well, I kind of have no choice.
Right.
I kind of have no choice, but I'm happy anyway just to know that they're actually taking software and an upgrade. We'll be able to use the RC controller with the Air 2S. But getting back to the story, drone deploy instruction site um, plan on coming up with one platform, a single platform software. Go ahead.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, they plan on coming up with a single platform software, mining the I'm hearing like I think through the microphone or whatever, but they're going to combine both of what they do, the best at external 3D mapping with interior 3D mapping. Keep in mind, Instruction Site does interior and exterior, but now that they're combining all of this, can you imagine? You can go to a building and peel away the wall and go to an electrical board or whatever, like you were saying, and look at the risers or count them or move one. That'll be a kind of interesting. So Instruction Site wouldn't be the first acquisition Drone Deploy has brought. They hold on. Drone Deploy's platform has, now listen to these numbers. Worldwide, they've mapped over 300 million acres and 1.7 million sites around the world today, with a whopping 7.9 million flights using drone deploy software. So these boys aren't playing. Instruction Site also, they have captured $190 billion of construction volume, meaning internal mapping, doing internal mapping. So if they're making 190 million and these guys are at 1.7, listen, they're going to make money together. Well, now that Drone Deploy owns them, they're going to make money. What do you think? That's a good venture, though. That's sounds like. Yeah, thanks, SJM. You guys hit that button, please. It
Well,
sounds like. Don't worry about it, Jody. Hmm?
well, this is not their first acquisition. And
Right.
when you start getting into the industry what they deal in, where people, need a platform for many different things,
Mm-hmm.
such as some of things that you mentioned earlier. So I don't know. It's a good thing because now you can actually cover interior work as well as the exterior work that you were doing
In
before
one package.
with ground and aerial. Now you're adding interior and exterior structure of actual structure that is existing. So that's a good thing, especially if like say something happens, is damage done to something,
Yeah.
having that information, you understand what I'm saying to you? Years
Mm-hmm.
later, you can always rebuild it back to the same exact dimension.
Yep. Yep. And the accuracy down to measurements is within meters. So I mean, to have a company that accurate mapping inside and a company that accurate, food is good, Jody. Glad you're back. With drone deploy and the mapping that they do, they're down to very tight accuracy as well.
Really?
Um,
How accurate are they? No, let me stop.
but they say Instruction Site is has merged with Drone Deploy. Let's see if they keep the name Drone Deploy or they
It'll
come
be
up with a
drone
new.
deploy.
You think so?
It'll be
Because
drone deploy.
it's known, and they're the ones who brought out Instruction Site. That's interesting. Now, if I go to here, let's see what happens when we do this. I'm always in the middle of Googling something. So, Struction Site Inc.
Yeah.
Schedule a demo time and save money. No construction site. Let's go there. They promise, wow, get pricing, start a trial. They promise they can go in and map. Here, let me show you. I'm on their site right now, and they promise automatically map the entire interior of your construction site. If you see this map here that they were showing in the beginning, it was literally empty when it started. Here, it should come up again after they show one guy walking.
I've seen it before.
Yeah, this is empty. Oh, you seen? Well, you're an electrician, so you see shit like this all the time. But I thought it was interesting that stop losing and start saving today. You can actually hook up through their servers and see what they're doing. Go from this, taking photos, to a 3D camera, to this here. That's where it is. That's where the money is, man. Seriously. Capture, view, share. You guys want to see what they do. These are the true 3D kings here. Rojo Productions, what's good, man? Welcome back. How are you? Hope all is well. That Struction Site's website, nothing special, but just to let you know how detailed they are. So Drone Deploy just brought them the hell out. Pretty much.
What do they call that? Carter. It's hard for me to pronounce it. Cartography.
If you say so.
You gotta add, it's hard for me to pronounce because certain words I just have problem pronouncing. But if you add the CART to the GR in photography,
cartography.
Yeah, that's not a word I can pronounce.
That's okay, man. That's all right.
It's they're big in that space where you have to, what do you call it? Photos to recreate.
Yeah.
Certain mapping basically to recreate images. So
right.
That's basically what it is.
Well,
it'll also enhance that aspect of it.
Click that like button, guys. We'd appreciate it if you do. Well, kudos to Drone Deploy for acquiring Struction Site. I look forward to seeing what they're doing in the future. Jody had showed me a video earlier. I was going to place it earlier, but I'm going to show it now.
No, so it's just like the thing that the doctors use. They listen to your heart and your breathing and all that. Don't ask me to pronounce that either.
Stethoscope?
Yeah, I can't do that.
What do you say, spaghetti-stope?
Nah, we're not even going to get into it.
Okay, all right, cool. Well, I got a video. Jody,
I get caught on the hitch.
Oh, wow. I get it. There are some words I have issues with as well. The Jody Drone Shots had posted, said for me to check this out. This is a racing car. It's a flying racing car. Want you guys to check it out. Full credit to the video. Thanks for Jody to sending it to me, but full credit goes to JPC Bernard. He only has 173 subscribers, so I don't know if he stole this video from someone or not, but I'm sure I'll find out from YouTube.
I got a question. Is it his car?
No. Okay. I'm pretty sure it's not.
All right.
I'm pretty sure it's not. Well, hold on. Let me look at this more. Click more and see what happens here in the description. And it's foreign. It's from overseas, so I don't know what the deal is. But this one doesn't have props, though.
No props.
That's the thing. I'm going to share the sound. This one does not have props.
Okay.
But remember that track, Herman? Heartless.
Oh,
I used it in an FPV video. Sorry, the video's only in 480p.
Vader.
Well, I must say, it's the first time I've seen anything in the air flip like that. But that's pretty much it right there. Question number one.
now,
Yes.
you know what that tells me?
What?
That you guys, the younger generation, you better start working from now to strive to be a millionaire or a billionaire, because you ain't gonna be able to do shit. The drones that we fly is gonna be nothing.
Right? You're gonna have to pick up a new skill, right?
Yeah, because that's some different shit right there. I don't know who they making that for. There's still
Well,
people out there that there's still people out there that pack the subways and buses in cities all over the country, and in their cars going to work every day. They're not riding that.
yeah, well, just all you guys and
playing with
gals out there, start telling your grandkids and your nieces and nephews, if you guys better get good paying freaking jobs if you want to have some of these new toys that are coming out. I hear what you're saying though.
That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. It's jet powered, just like the military one. The guy has the jet things on his arm, 2 jet nozzles on each arm. That's pretty much the same concept. But I'm assuming that it, huh?
You getting one?
Hell to the no. Tough to watch. It was. That's why I posted the video, Angie. The resolution, unfortunately, was only in 480. Okay, I haven't watched anything in 480 since back in my old PC days. I don't even think then. I think it was higher than that back then.
Why did it come out so low?
The resolution? That's how they recorded it in 480.
Can't be.
Yeah, that was the resolution, the highest resolution. Click that link in the chat and you will see that is the highest resolution of that video. Let me go back to it and click on it and I'll show you right here. Hold on, wait, commercial is on. Even the commercial's clearer than the video. Yeah, hold on, I'll show you right now. Share. We're sharing sound. I guess we're sharing sound. It doesn't matter. Right here, you click this little gear down here in the lower right-hand corner. 480 is the highest resolution that it's in. Sad. But this is it. 2 engines per arm or leg. I guess this is up this high for rolled bar. But what happens if you land in this immediate area here? I think you're pretty much scrambled egg. But
What?
he's trapped in here. I mean, I'm saying if it rolls over, this headpiece up here should protect him. But what happens if it lands on this open space?
What do you mean, upside down?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's supposed to.
Well, see, he does a corkscrew here. This is the first time seeing, but they don't actually show how fast he's moving and stuff like that. But it's interesting.
And it probably automatically right sides itself.
Oh yeah, yeah. Could you imagine? But it's pretty fast. From what I understand, I don't know the actual specs on it, but from what I'm seeing,
and if they program it bad,
yeah, you're screwed.
If they program it bad, when he does that corkscrew,
he might not come out of it.
No, to level itself, it would corkscrew him back in the other opposite direction to straighten himself out.
Well, hey, Mendez, Sonops, how are you, man? Hope
You
all is
understand
well.
what I'm saying to you?
Yes, yes, yes. The self-righting should counter that.
Instead of spinning him back around the other way to make him straight, just continue him.
Right. If it's it going in that with that momentum, it should be able to keep on and compensate. Well, I haven't seen anything like that in the air yet do a flip other than an FPV drone. So it must have as much thrust to weight ratio like FPV birds. If you understand what I'm saying, an FPV bird has to have a lot of thrust to weight ratio to be able to do flips and dives and to flip forward and stop midair and flip back and things like that. Just interesting. But anyway, ESA.
How interested is it?
ESA. Those of you who don't know what ESA is, they are over in Europe. That's their version of the FAA. They've produced a method that they want to introduce to the world for detecting and monitoring drone noise levels with the end of 2023 going into 2024, 2024 going into 2025. We're going to be seeing an introduction of all drones. So the European Aviation Safety Organization, ESA, has introduced a method for measuring drone noise levels of unmanned aircraft weighing 600 kilograms or below, flown in a specific category. Usually, if it's a delivery drone that's 600 kilograms, or a two to four person eVTOL, whatever it is, anything in that weight class, they're saying is going to have some kind of monitoring for noise.
Mm-hmm.
They are claiming that governments around the world will be able to use this monitoring system if we adapt it worldwide. Right now, I think it's a good idea for the simple fact no one else is saying, what about the noise that's going to be coming from these machines as they start busting over?
Well, I think they should concentrate more on where their main focus, from what I was looking at, is in having manufacturers and people who are doing the testing and regulating on these crafts comply with them more so than anything. That's where their main focus should be.
I agree with you 100%. But it's saying the lack of social acceptance can still the noise of these drones and the lack of people knowing could be enough to hinder the advancement of drones and things like that. If people were to really start complaining about noise levels, so why not have a measurement or a system that drone producers, eVTOL producers, a guideline that they can build to. Right now, there's nothing out there saying your drone has to do less than 200 decibels, 150 decibels.
I understand exactly what you're saying, but you're talking about drones up to 600 kilograms, right?
Yes. Yes.
So when we're looking at this, their main concern is looking at the whole future of the airspace.
Yes.
And
Yes.
they believe that we're going to have drones zipping around delivering washing machines, and toilet bowls, and laundry detergent and stuff like that.
And FYI, 600 kilograms is 1,322 US pounds. I had to look it up because I'm like, I don't know the conversion.
Right.
But anything weighing up to 1,300 now, 1,322 pounds or 600 kilograms includes the weight carrying, whether it's people or cargo.
The payload and the weight
it's a payload and people. So ESA emphasized
payload.
Yes. So ESA is emphasizing that with this method, manufacturers, operators, and test organizers will have this standard measurement set up. I think it's a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah, Jody's talking about he had showed me a video, an unboxing, right? It's an unboxing of the DJI Agra drone. Well, needless to say, 2 humans can hide inside this one box that the Agra drone comes in. And in the video, Jody, you could put the link in the chat so they can check it out. Hey, Jeannie's Point, how are you? What's up? Long time no see. Welcome to Sunday Nights with those guys. But this guy has about 40 boxes behind him. The boxes stand almost 4 feet, 5 feet. I'd say about
How
4
many
feet.
boxes is it?
Yeah. if you post that, Jody, I will post it and they could check it out. I can't do it while I'm streaming. If I click on it, it's going to take me out of the control panel
Really?
and all that blah blah blah.
How many boxes is it?
But that Agra, which if you don't know, that Agra, DJI Agra, isn't a farming tool for spraying pesticides and things like that.
What,
Let's see what, huh?
You getting one?
No, not hardly.
I wish I could.
No,
I
no.
wish I had one.
And why, to spray around your neighborhood?
There's some
Huh?
things I need to spray.
Oh, I hear you. Oh, yeah, what we were talking about, right? That would be funny. But anyway, welcome to Sunday Nights with those guys. Like I said, ESA once again is coming up, trying to come up with a standard for the European Aviation Safety Organization, trying to come up with a standard noise level for drones that will be flying above our heads in the future.
Well,
right now,
well, it's a system for testing it.
yes. New 40, bigger than 30. Yeah. Oh, it's bigger than the 30. That's the 40. Okay. Agra 40. You know what? I can go to Ubatuba and pull up a video. Here to show you DJI Agra T40. Here it is. It's an agricultural drone, and these things are no joke. I would love to show up to a meetup with one of these things. Give me a second. I'm waiting for the commercial to go to finish playing, and then I can start it up. Hold on. But this thing is big. This thing is this is a drone. This is what you call a drone here. Hold on.
What you call a drone? What? That?
Yeah, dual props, RTK units. There we go. That's the Agris T40. Now, the wings and everything fold in. Keep in mind, standing next to a human, now you see how big it is.
You want to show up to a meetup with that?
Hell yeah. Just to show off. Do a run. Everybody will land their shit. The spraying system ensures that it sprays in a mist. The interchangeable tanks, FYI, so you can take that tank out and put in a full one, as well as swap the batteries. Oh, right. And you can use it for seeding as well. Fertilizer, seeds, feed, it sprays. Hey, not a bad drone. Now, here's the fun part. Let's see. Hold on. Let's stop it there and hit escape. And let's see the price of one of these things.
We talked a little bit about this when they first came out. When this new version
I remember.
Came out.
I do remember. Cost. Here it is. $9,000. The Agra T40 starts at $9,000. No, I'd rather have an M30. Okay, the T20 is the T20's pegged around. If you can't afford that, $6,200.
See that? It's affordable.
It is. It is affordable. You're 100% right. That's funny though. Bob Casey, what's good, man? Hope all
And
is well.
honestly,
How are you? Yeah.
that would be ideal for the problem that I have.
Yeah.
How much is a spare tank?
That I couldn't tell you. You'd have to go on and find out the accessories. But the T20 starts at 6,000 and that's the T40, but they also have a 30. So maybe the 30 is about 7,000, whatever, but still affordable. Yes, it will cut your leg off. Down to it'll probably cut your leg off. Especially with dual props. But anyway, that's it on ESA and their
I don't think so.
what happened? You don't think it'll cut your leg off? Probably fracture on the bone, stop at the bone. Most
I don't
props
think
do.
so.
I've seen FPV props cut someone down to the bone and the blade just break. But
It depends. If you got on a good pair of jeans, you can step right into that and won't nothing happen. Probably whack you real good.
Angie says, "Can I make payments with a firm? 9K?" Hey Angie,
You
this
might
is
be
what
able
you do.
to.
Angie, check this out. This is what you do. You get one of those Agras, the T40, right? And at a rave party, where they're playing all the music, like that, and have that thing fly over people spraying scotch. Damn, that's a 4-foot prop on those? Yeah, that thing is big. Could you imagine, Herman? Fill a tank up with alcohol, just fly over the crowd spraying people. That'd be a hell of a party.
That'd be some
And after you get
alcohol.
and after you get out of jails a year
You see the
later,
size of that tank?
yeah, I know. It's a lot of alcohol, right?
Yeah, you have to put the cheap stuff in there.
Amazon, the stuff to give you a headache when you drink. You stupid.
The stuff that comes in the
Amazon credit.
plastic bottle.
Hey Angie, Amazon credit might work. What'd you say?
The stuff that comes in the plastic bottles.
Oh no! Stop! Stop! Mr. J's RC, how are you, man? What's up? Hope all is well. It's nice to be blue. Oh wait, I'm gray. But type again. You're blue again. Damn, that would be lit. See, Angie's down with that, right? You
What?
fill it up with some whiskey or something.
Mhm.
The Agra. See? If yes, no. All right, all right. Maybe it's not such a good idea.
See, that's because Angie don't know how to behave herself.
Oh, see, Angie's in the party mood. That's what's up. There we go. Hope everyone's doing well. Happy Sunday to you out there. Welcome to Sunday Nights with those
Always gotta be
guys.
a party, huh?
What happened?
It's always got to be a party, huh?
It ain't a party unless it's a party, man. You know that. It ain't a party unless it's a party. Yep, pretty much. But anyway, I thought that would be interesting. We've done a story about We've done many stories about Volocopter getting certification to take off and certification to transition a flight and all of these things that are necessary to be an eVTOL in the UK or in Europe. And for the first time, the first test flight of an air taxi over an airport. It was just a test flight, but the special we did stories on these vertiports, and we did a story on what a vertiport should look like. This right here, hold on, let me open the image up so I can share it with you, is the basic look of what a vertiport is going to look like. Right here, you have a landing area in the center. You have an area that no one can come within, the white lines, until all props have stopped. Of course, you have landing lights. Of course, a fence to catch debris being blown around, and a soft area. That wasn't listed in one of the pictures we showed, but they actually have a soft area here. And this is an airport in Rome. And they wanted to show the actual interaction between vertical takeoff and planes at the airport at the same time. So they were given authorization through hold on, let me get back to the name because I can't pronounce the name of this unless I'm looking at it. They got information from bear with me, Fiumicino's Leonardo da Vinci Airport to fly. Don't ask me to say that shit again. The Roman airport, the airport in Rome. Well, this newly designed vertiport was put there, like I said, to see how well it would work, and from what they claim, it takes fly from Rome. It's to by car from Rome to the airport. It's 45 minutes by car. Now, Herman, and we live in New York. 45 minutes is a quick ride, but they're complaining about a ride from the Rome airport or ride from Rome to the airport is 45 minutes. Now, during rush hour, that can take an hour. That's nothing. We deal with that in New York already. But they say an alternate, the train takes about half an hour, which is 30 minutes. This air taxi would only take 20 minutes.
The amount of distance that it's covering,
yeah,
is a little different.
Hey, Tony, what's good, man? Hey, what's up, Dan the man?
15 minutes in New York is a couple of blocks.
Yes.
15 minutes in other places, you've gone miles.
You can go to another country.
So
yeah. So I can prove the earth is flat. So I know a few people that think so. But anyway, they got approval to build this vertiport, the very first vertiport in Europe being built to test these air taxis using the Volocopter. The test was only done up to a height of 40 meters and only a speed of 40 kilometers an hour. And they only did it for 8 to 5 minutes at a time. That's just a test. Now, the top speed of the Volocopter is 110 kilometers an hour and has a range of 35 kilometers. They did this test because, of course, you have to move in slow around airports and stuff. This is a video of it actually going through its test. But this vertiport, this is what vertiports are going to look like around the world, guys. There is some sound.
Ours. So you're saying they went up to about 131 feet and flew at about 24 miles per hour.
Yes, but well, that's understandable.
No, but as far as the vertiport now is concerned, vertiports around the world are going to vary in design because
they have to.
You can't regulate someone else's country.
Right.
But for the most part, the operational aspect of it is going to be the same.
Yes.
An airport is the ideal place for the vertiports because, and we talked about this before, if you can't have them at the airport, then it doesn't work.
This is true.
Helicopters go to the airport all the time.
Well, this right here is going to be great because they say right now at the 2024 Olympics, they will actually be using one of these volocopters. Check out the Inspire. They'll be using these volocopters at the 2024 Olympics to shuttle shuttle athletes and certain VIPs from their hotel rooms to the Olympic Games in Paris in 2024. So
they got a little bit to go before that. So I think that they might be up to the heavy lifters by then, but you know, it's funny that you mentioned that because we back in back in April of this year on 27th on Wednesday night with those guys,
Yeah.
152, we talked about first Vertaport in Europe and how it's being used to educate the public on how the vertiports are going to be used and what they're going to be used for and how they can access this. And we actually mentioned, we joked around about, you know, Volocopter a little bit being in the wanting to be at the Olympics. And we mentioned this. That wasn't the first time we mentioned Volocopter. Volocopter had mentioned this a while ago, and early, either late last year, early this year,
Right.
you know, striving for being dead set that there will be at the Paris Games.
Lake Pilot.
You know, so let's see what happens because
Right.
Volocopter continues to make strides to
Over in Europe.
get what they got to get done.
Well, they've already said that right now that while testing and even while carrying people to and from the events, even though the Volocopter is designed for 2 people, they will be flying it for a period of time with a pilot, which means pretty much it can carry 1 person. But if you have about 40 or 50 of these things shuttling back and forth, it won't matter. But the objective is for Volocopter to be independent and fully autonomous. But before they release,
50.
I'm just saying hypothetically.
I'm gonna throw this out there, Lawrence. By the time the 24 games come in Paris,
Yeah.
it's still gonna be in an infancy stage.
Yeah.
Where this is something that was a wow for the games. Now let's see how we implement it.
Right.
You see what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
We're gonna come up with new companies.
Well, they're also
developing transportation systems. Or we're gonna have older companies adapting new forms of transportation for the older systems.
I could see that transition over a little better, just like we will see in New York. Instead of helicopter companies using helicopters, I could see them investing in a few eVTOLs, to test them out. Now, what's important about using these eVTOLs and stuff, if you guys are not familiar with it, they have to create we are slowly creating what they call U-Space. I had to look it up. I did not know what U-Space is, but U-Space is a set of new services relying on a high level of digitalization and automation functions and specific procedures supported by AI. Now, U-Space is still in its infancy. It's still an infant.
Youngest.
But in order to be able to fly large numbers of unmanned aircraft operating automatically beyond the visual line of sight, U-Space is what they are going to be calling it in the United Kingdom. And if you want to read a little bit about it, I have a link here. I don't know if YouTube will let me post it, but it explains what U-Space is and how every country is going to wind up coming up with its own version of U-Space. Sort of like the same way we use Uber, it's automated. We know where the car is. We know where who the driver of the car's name is. Only thing is, it's not fully autonomous yet. So there's still a lot of things to be worked out. Like you said, for the 24 Olympics, it'll still be in its early stages. I don't think it'll be anything that happens overnight. I'm pretty sure of it.
I think that they will have what they believe is a working system that is ready for regulatories to say, go ahead.
Yeah,
But it'll still be,
yeah,
where
yeah.
are we going with it?
Right.
How
I
much
get it.
sales do they have for these things? Like for instance, Lillian right now has sales, right, in hand already for some of these jets.
True.
They're not even finished perfecting the thing yet.
I know.
So now when it's finished being perfected, those customers or customer, whomever
Hmm.
brought this thing is waiting for theirs to be delivered.
Yeah.
We don't know who this is. We don't know. They could have bought one for everyone in the company. Who the hell knows? With the amount of money that they've been getting in these investments, especially since they went public.
You're 100% right. All of these startup investment, um, might as well call it an investment party. You know, they have a big soiree, they invite a bunch of people with money and they show them what they have. It's coming along. We will see urban air mobility in Europe. We'll see how it differs from urban air mobility here in the States.
Not
Apparently,
much.
and apparently, I know not much, but apparently in Europe and Asia, they seem to be a little bit more advanced than we are because we're still fine tuning the FAA. Hey, good morning, Rob.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think the problem. I think see. I think what happens is here, right? You have so much of the bureaucracy and not enough people to run the bureaucracy right.
You have more Indians, more chiefs than you have Indians?
Well, that's what I was saying. But I mean, as far as things getting done, like I don't think that the FAA is properly funded or manned.
Right.
So for them to get things done, they rely a lot heavily on a lot of other things.
Mm-hmm. I get it. I get it.
You know,
I totally get it. Hey, mate, what's
some of the
good? Weather?
information that they're getting from the committee there, I mean, I think that probably grows leaps and bounds for them, and they're probably gaining more information than you know or that you can even imagine.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure of it. I'm more than sure of it. Um, all we can do is see where it goes. I mean, it's it's going to happen whether we want it to or not. In Europe, it's going to happen. In the United States, it's going to happen. In Asia, it's just a matter of when. And I think everyone's pretty much sitting back and watching each other.
Uh-huh.
Asia has their own version of urban air
I don't
mobility.
think that anybody's watching anybody.
No,
I think that it'll all come together, and once
hey, Mr.
everybody
Crawley.
adapts what they want to do, where it meets in the middle, everybody will fix that connection.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I hope that it's that easy. Good morning to Rob and Sue over in Australia. What's up? How are you guys? Have a great day. It's Monday morning over there in Australia. We got a few hours before it's morning here.
Well, it's
Mr.
not finished being
Evening.
evening.
Yeah, it's still dinner time over here. Evening, Mr. Crawley. What's good, man? Yeah, everything is okay.
Mr.
I've been
Color.
doing the camera drone thing for a while, but now I'm ready to do some FPV stuff. I
Okay.
finally built an FPV bird to learn freestyle on, and
Uh-oh.
it's a basher. It's the same one I broke in Florida.
Good luck.
So she's rebuilt, new motors, new stack, and I got plenty of duct tape, and we're gonna learn how to fly free. I'm gonna attempt to learn how to fly freestyle.
Mm-mm.
As far as how it goes,
He's gonna
I
attempt.
don't I don't know, but
Attempt.
I'm actually going to be getting back on the simulator.
Mm-mm.
And once I get back on the simulator, I'm going to try and get on the simulator every other day for the next 2 weeks.
You're gonna attempt.
Right. If I cannot get on every day, I'm going to try every other day for the next 2 weeks. And I'm going to learn. I know how to do an inverted yaw. I know how to do a split S. I have problems with power loops because the height of the tree as opposed to thrust ratio to throw yourself over it. I'm
Mhm.
working with that. I've thrown myself into a few trees a few times, but I'm working on it. Hey, you got to start somewhere, right?
Just stop looking at the bird's nest. You'll be fine.
Well, it's I'll be
No.
glad. I'm glad winter's coming because when there's no leaves in the trees, usually the drone hits the branches, and just falls out of the tree. But when there's leaves, they get caught up in the props and all that shit. And then it's sometimes a problem to get your drone back.
Mhm.
And as of lately, I haven't been carrying my rope, my 250 feet of cord, which I should cut down to about 150 feet.
Okay.
Because you usually use it's paracord. You put a weight on it, throw it over the branch. The paracord can even pull down tree branches. I know some
Okay.
people that have actually used it to pull a branch, the entire branch out of a tree at one time. But that's neither here nor there. What's good with everyone out there? Don't hit stuff and go fast most of the time. I do my best, Mr. Crawley. It's I don't try and hit
Hit stuff.
stuff. Stuff steps out in front of me.
Uh-oh, here we go.
That's basically what it is. Stuff steps out in front of me. Um, you go to do a maneuver, and all of a sudden something decides to come in the frame that you weren't compensating for, and then that usually happens.
Like,
Like, I'm starting to fly a lot faster. And as you fly faster, your responses have to be faster. And I need my response to catch up to the speed I'm flying at. A couple of times I've had to abort while flying,
okay.
so it's a learning process. It's just that I find it strange. I've been cruising for so long. I've been cruising for a few years now, FPV, out over the
Mhm.
water and everything like that. And that's what I figured. Okay, I got you. That's where everybody is. But that's all right. Trees jump out often. Yes, trees have scraggle and stuff like that. Um, I'm wondering.
Ah, trees are fine. You just didn't see them yet.
Yeah, you're right.
Big as it
Yeah,
is,
you're right about that. But what can you do? You know what I'm saying?
as big
What
as
can
it
you
is,
do?
you didn't see the end of its hairs hanging down.
Well, listen, it is what it is. But this is what I wanted to show right here.
What? What? What
Um,
you got? What you got? What you got? What you
right
got?
here.
What you got? What you got? What you got? What you got?
Dun dun dun. DJI Air 2S is being packaged and ready to
No.
be sold with the RC controller.
Nah.
They have a Fly More bundle coming up.
Mhm.
And for those of you who already have a radio like me, we've been waiting for this to happen. Um, it says right here,
Mhm.
DJI Air 2S SKU with the DJI RC coming right up. I
Uh-huh.
just want to know right up, are they going to launch the same day as the Mavic 3 Classic, which is rumored to be launched on the 27th of this month?
Uh-huh.
I'd like to know, but whenever they launch this, I will be at the DJI site to update my software so I could use my Air 2S, and probably that same day. If it's not raining or snowing, I'm
Mhm.
going to go out and literally fly. If the train is traveling south, at 42.3 miles per hour. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
And
Excuse
you
me.
jump off.
And you jump off and
Opposite,
hit the ground at 37.3 miles
in
per
the
hour.
opposite direction.
How likely is it that you will crack your spleen and or fracture your neck?
Or tear up both legs as you hit the ground.
Right. Or hit a rock and become slime. Scrambled egg.
I'm gonna stay right here on this train and not jump off.
Listen, we're gonna finish up the rest of this stuff here.
What?
And I got a one-shot video. These guys did this well. It was this, huh?
What you got? A one shot?
I'm gonna show this one-shot video. We're gonna talk about this drug smuggling, and then we're gonna get the hell out of here. But this one-shot video was shot by four.
Mm-hmm.
There are only four actors in this. Wait. Sorry, three actors in
Now,
this, and one.
I have absolutely only but one problem with this video, and it bothers me to no end.
We're gonna talk about it. Does it have to do with the dude in the yellow suit, or?
It has to do with all of the guys in the video.
Okay, yes, I agree.
Why are they all wearing rompers?
That's funny. Here we go. They are all wearing rompers, yeah. Beautiful place. I did like it. And these three guys were actors. Notice the outfits. This was done very, very well. I told them I would give them full credit for showing the video. But yeah, the dude in the brown had a romper on. This dude has one on. Like maybe it's they're sponsored.
Yeah, okay.
But it was done very well.
By
It was
grown man in baby clothes.
I like this view. Look at this. Dude's up on the rooftop with the FPV goggles on, flying the entire place, which is a great point of view. Great viewpoint for him to be able to do all of this. Yeah, rompers. I don't know. Maybe it's the style where this is, but it was done well. Kudos to the guys. I give them credit. Right. For the one-shot video.
I don't know about this. What are they using? A Nevada?
They did not go into what they're saying. In fact,
Go back.
Hold on. Go to the video.
Go back in the video.
Okay.
Where the guy was walking away in his gold romper at the end there.
Hold on. I'll pull it back up. Give me a second.
I don't mean, I'm just speculating. It doesn't
At
mean
the end,
anything.
when he jumps in the water?
Near that part. And when he's walking up to that part.
Okay, so that's
go back
here.
Go back some.
That's about here, yeah.
They go back
right
some.
Here. Here it is. After he circles these guys.
Yeah, the guys in their pajama.
Uh-huh.
The little pajama set that they got. Kind of skipped there.
And there you go.
It kind of skipped. I was looking at the shadow of the drone on the ground.
Oh. I didn't notice, but I'm going down to the description and let's see more. No, it doesn't say anything about together. Together with our friends Marius, Roman, we came up with this one line. They call it a one shot, of course. Kudos to, filmed by offline.studios. So credit to the guys who shot the one-shot video there. I did tell them that I was going to show their video.
What did they say?
Hey, welcome back, guys. Not a whole lot, just that It's not DJI FPV. It was probably some type of Sinwhoop or something. They didn't go into detail
Yeah,
as to
yeah.
what
I
it
was
was.
just speculating about looking at the shadow. I don't know.
Yeah. But anyway, we're gonna do one more story and we're gonna get the hell out of here. Okay. I want to show you
We
first
got
this
a
picture.
we
This
got one of
picture.
your people here, Lawrence.
One of really
Another one of your people here.
another one of my people.
Hmm.
Oh, okay.
In this story,
Oh, you stupid.
another
Oh,
bonehead.
well, they gotta be my peoples. Anyway, yeah,
This
right.
Not the butt.
Sound like some people I know, right? This is
Bonehead
what
alert.
happens. This is what happens. This is a Mavic Pro.
Uh-huh.
Okay. If you're wondering what the strap is around this,
Discombobulated.
if you're wondering what the strap is here, it's a drop system. This is a wire that that piece of turd, that turf right there, artificial turf, was had a cell phone
It's not.
and and several drugs wrapped in it. Um the
It's not.
story goes on. Hold on. I gotta hit that sound.
Uh-oh, retard alert class.
Only because this gentleman was caught and given 17 months prison time with 3 months probation, and he has a because he had a prior offense, he has a few months added on to that 17 months. But
Right.
a 32-year-old drug smuggling drone pilot from Leeuwarden in the Netherlands was jailed for 17 months for attempting to smuggle a package with drugs and a telephone into a penitentiary.
Uh-huh. Lawrence,
Yeah.
do you know that this fool was caught once before when he was in jail receiving contraband the same way?
Yes. Yes. This is crazy, right? Now,
You
did you
can't,
listen closely to what Herman
you
just
can't
said?
make that shit up.
He
You,
was
you,
in the prison,
you,
got caught
you,
for getting drugs being dropped into the prison
the
before a
same
year
way.
before. He didn't learn because he got out of jail, and apparently on March 5th of this year, according to what happened,
Oh, this is funny.
the man previously had been caught in drug trafficking when he himself was in the same prison. This is crazy. Now, 20 months of prison, 3 months of probation is for him. And at the end of the story, it says they're going to throw in a few other months for some other prior offenses that this
Being a
man had.
bonehead.
But the man tried to drop a package of ecstasy, hash, and a Nokia phone into the prison. The package was wrapped in artificial grass for camouflage. So basically, I'm gonna go back to the picture so you can
Now,
get an idea of what
now,
he's trying to
now
do.
watch
Go
this.
ahead. Go ahead. I'm
I,
gonna pull it up. Go ahead.
when it comes to drugs, right? Drugs kind of sell themselves. You don't have to tell people what the drugs do. They already know what the drugs do.
Uh-huh.
But I'm curious to know what the hell is going on in prison that you need ecstasy.
Dude, what are they having? Rave parties underground we don't know about?
Listen, hey, I
Do
know.
you need ecstasy in prison? There's a problem. But this is the drone, as you see. It's using a third-party battery, which might have been why they took it down. But they say the guards took it down before it could make its drop.
Hey,
But
Lawrence.
this is a Mavic Pro, and this device right here, if you're wondering why this little bar is here, is not to hold the battery. There's a drop system with this wire. And now the objective was to drop this onto the grass, and it would look like grass, and the drone would just giddy up and be out. And unfortunately, it was thwarted by the guards at that particular prison. And I just think it's so funny. So
You know what,
he's doing
Lawrence?
he's doing a year and a half. Well, basically. He's getting a year and a half for it. Yes. Hey, what's up, Logan? I'm sorry, I was in another window. But it goes to show you guys some criminals never learn because of the simple fact a year before that, like Herman mentioned, he got arrested in that jail that he was smuggling drugs into for smuggling drugs.
The same shit.
Yeah, so does it work? I'm guessing
I mean,
rehabilitation.
how many times did they try? How many times did they get away with it before they got caught?
Exactly.
Now you see. I watch this, Lawrence. I'm a true believer of this, and I think that when the police departments across the country look to fight crime and stuff like that, and to stop things from happening, I don't think they really try that hard because they're not that creative.
You're right. You're
We
right
can
about
mention all kind of things like these things happening. And what I said to you before, and I said just a second ago, how many times did this actually work before
they got caught. Yes.
they got caught?
Yes.
Now, if you really want to clean up the streets, put out some fake stories like this of guys getting caught smuggling Viagra into prison. You'll clean the streets right up. And with that, we'll see you on Wednesday.
Yes, we're out of here, guys. We're leaving early. It's been real. Time to get out of here.
Oh, you're leaving early, Lawrence?
21. I'm ready to go.
Oh,
It's
you ready to
9
go?
minutes to. I'm
Yeah,
gonna go
still
make
have
dinner.
time.
There's still football on TV.
Oh, but we still got 10 minutes. We can still.
I got the house to myself. There's
So you can-
football on TV. There are a few other live streams on.
Oh, we got 10 minutes.
9 or 8 minutes isn't going to kill anyone.
Oh, we got 10 minutes.
Listen, in 10 minutes, I
still
can
got-
have my food in the oven and be watching football.
Okay.
Anyway, we appreciate you all. It's been fun. So I have no idea who's coming on, but go Vols. If the Giants won today, the Jets won today, it's a New York
It's a
type
good
of
day.
day. It's a good day in New York. I want to end it
The
like
Yankees got to win now.
that. The Yankees better win or they going home.
We'll sit on the couch with the Mets and watch the rest.
Yep. Sit next to the Mets and say we could have been a contender. But anyway, it's been fun. It's been real, guys. We appreciate you all. Thank you for the continued support. See you this week on Wednesday.
Yes. Well, we have some new and interesting stories to share with you.
Yes, and Sunday nights with those guys is sponsored by
Those guys. Good night, everyone.
Good night. We out of here. Thank you.
Good night.
Yeah, that's it. We're clear.